Welcome all of you. Now, the day long we only have been talking about AI and AI, but I want to put some things into perspective in terms of how AI is being leveraged in the retail world. As all of you know, AI and data have been transforming retail at a very rapid pace. It's also reshaping how customers detect, discover, shop, and connect with the brands. We've been seeing breakthroughs across personalization, supply chains, immersive experiences, and of course, seller enablement as well. In today's conversation, we'll explore how all these shifts are playing in the real world and what it takes to lead in a AI-first era. Somebody rightly said, when the refrigeration was invented, the companies who dependent or who kind of innovated all the refrigeration won only so much from a business share. You know who the real winner was? The Coke and Pepsis. So those were the real winners. So putting things again into context, while AI is the tooling, I want retail to kind of leverage AI and be the real winner. So thanks for talking to me, Sandhya. Welcome. So the first question for you.
Sure.
Technology, particularly AI, has been transforming the retail sector. In your view, how is AI powering retail, both globally and, of course, in India?
Absolutely, great question, and thank you so much, Rao. So it's good to be here, and definitely would like to dive into what you are sharing with me. Retail industry is benefiting largely from data as well as AI, data being the precursor and to leveraging the revolution that we have in generative AI today. So with the petabytes and exabytes of data that we have with us coming in through different businesses and pillars in retail, it is getting standardized and then fueled into different agentic AI platforms, which are in turn leveraging the large language, small language models, as we were discussing earlier. And they are fueling the customer experiences, making them so much better, especially in how we observe the browsing, the buying patterns of these customers, and then feed them what they are looking for. And not only feeding them in real time, but also predicting what they would like to see. And also in a different dimension of when a customer buys something, is not satisfied with it, let's say, wants to return it, making that return process so much seamless for the customer as a part and parcel of the entire retail process that we engage with. Also, when a customer is looking at certain catalog items, product listings, how to enhance those catalog items with a three-dimensional view, how to ensure that the customer can analyze his or her skin for any beauty products, can drape on their body what the clothing they want to select online. All of that try-on, 3D experimentation, any home item that they want to buy, visualizing it in the particular room where they would like to place that item, that enhancement and that ability to give them that full-fledged experience is so vital. And in today's world with our Gen Z population that form 40% of our e-retail community, so to speak, it is so important to give them that value experience. And that is what AI is providing. Now, it's not just the customer experience, it's also the seller experience. How they are onboarded onto retail, how they are able to, again, seamlessly enhance their product listings, have a better cataloging experience, how they're able to ensure that they are getting the brand perception built out very quickly. They're able to leverage the funnels that they can then learn from. So all of that intelligence to our sellers is also being very much provisioned through generative AI and classical AI. And then lastly, it would be amiss if I don't mention the supply chain optimization that we are seeing with AI, right from inventory management to how we are shipping our goods from large warehouses to the delivery hubs, and in between any other smaller places where we store these goods, how we are doing the demand forecasting. So all of that is really part and parcel of how AI is helping retail industry.
That was insightful. So mostly personalization and optimization, and then the experiences part of it.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll come to the Gen Zs in a minute, but when you talk about AI, which is only as good as the data behind it, how are you ensuring that you're capturing, curating, and using the right data to deliver meaningful outcomes?
Great question. Thank you, Rao, for asking. So it's so important that in retail and every other industry, we leverage the data that is flowing in through our business features, business pillars. And in that context, we are not only collecting this data, but we are standardizing it in a manner that we can absolutely understand what this data is semantically telling us. And we are also ensuring that there's no duplication of data, that there is no redundancy in the data that we are processing. And after standardizing, we are also aggregating this data in a manner that it is cost efficient to be able to leverage it for the various insights that we want from this data. So it's very imperative that the cost factor as well as the efficiencies are built into the data pipelines as we standardize, curate, ensure that the PII around this data is also very much maintained so that we do not go away from the compliances that we have to adhere to. And then we have the real-time funneling of this data into the various AI algorithms and models that we are running on it, and fueling it into the small language models, large language models, and also ensuring that as this data is coming in, it is very pertinent and also it is holistic. It has a 360-degree view. For example, what do we know about the customer, not only from their buying experiences, what do we know about the sellers, not only from their product listing, but also from a social point of view, what these customers and sellers are doing, so that we can place a very holistic view on how to make them a lot more applicable to our retail processes.
Got it. I think our CTO was saying, so the LLMs out there more or less consume the entire data that's publicly available. So what we as corporates have is probably like multifold more than what is publicly available. So safeguarding of that data is equally important. But when it comes to Walmart, we are using a super agent called Sparky for providing better customer experience. And we have a platform called Element. I think Rahul and others covered it, to ensure that we safeguard our own models as well as the data behind it. But end of the day, as you rightly said, to improve the quality of the personalization and all that, we provide it to the customers. Thanks for that. Now let me come back, and you touched on the Gen Zs thing, right? So Gen Zs are redefining how and why they shop. Call it mobile first, video native, value driven, right? How is AI helping you to create more immersive, at the same time engaging, experiences for that generation?
Absolutely. So it's a very interesting times that we are in today. The Gen Zs that we have around us, they are so much looking at how to look at the feel and the appeal of what they are buying, and of course, what value it is bringing to them. At any point in time, as data tells us, they would have at least 5 retail providers that they are shopping with, and very much to enhance the value that they get from these providers. So one is what we were discussing earlier, the kind of efficiencies that we bring in by using AI to automate our processes via this curated data and agentic AI, automating our workflows, gives the retail industry a lot more value that with reduced costs, more efficiency, so that they can in turn give that value to these Gen Z consumers. Then the videoification with the models that we have today with us, where we allow them to see a 3D version just generated from an image. I may just have a 2D image, and from that I can show the entire experience of how you can drape all of these accessories onto a 3D model. So that immersive experience, how you can try on this beauty product on yourself. So that is very appealing to the Gen Zs. And also the quick commerce angle of how we can arrange the logistics with, from our warehouses to the delivery hub to through the rider to the person within few minutes. That is absolutely the most lucrative for our Gen Z.
Time is of essence.
Time.
Thank you for that. I'll probably have one last question and then we'll call it a day. So what mindset shifts do the tech leaders need to embrace in this AI-first organization, especially where speed and scale are non-negotiable?
Exactly. So today, it is the era of prompt engineering. It is the era of using coding assistants. It is for us to use AI co-pilots right from generating the business requirements, the product requirements, to coding, to testing, and deploying it into production. So that productivity angle is so critical for our tech leaders to understand, where the enhancements in productivity is part and parcel of what every day they are looking at. So therefore, for them to be very savvy in how the large language models, small language models are improving the efficiency, and how we should be very much looking towards higher productivity, higher reliability by being knowledgeable on leveraging these technologies is crucial for our tech leaders today.
If I were to summarize it, think about time to market should be reduced.
Yes.
And how do you adopt all the options that you have on the table and deliver with quality is still the same.
Absolutely.
Thank you. All of us heard how AI is powering the retail transformation, right from personalized journeys to intelligent and simplified seller tools. The future belongs to those who innovate at speed and, of course, with responsibility, focused on the customer. Thank you, Sandhya, for sharing your valuable insights.
Sure.
Thank you all for joining this conversation. Appreciate it.